Welcome everyone to the next demo here of the latest event solution features for 2025. Throughout this session, if you do have any questions or you want to share any suggestions, you can do so privately in the Zoom Q&A feature. Please just click on that and ask us a question, and my colleagues will try to get back to you. And I'm your host, Brett Johnson. I am the App Solutions Manager here at FLIPLET, and I've helped build this event solution that we're going to look at today. We also would love to have people who are excited about this solution follow up with us. So we are looking for clients who want to work with us to provide feedback and improve the features of the solution. Clients who we can reach out to for usability testing and to ensure that the solution is easy to use. And eventually even give people early access to this updated event solution. So actually give you a copy in FLIPLET Studio. If you're interested in being involved, please type just the word event in the Zoom Q&A, and we will follow up with you afterwards. Thank you. So what is this new event solution? So our goal through looking through the current solutions that we have now, those of you who are familiar with FLIPLET Studio know that we have an event single solution and an event advanced solution is to try to get one app and be able to allow you to manage all of your events in that one app. You'll also be able to control different user access and roles. So you can have client events, internal staff events, give access to exhibitors, etc. And again, be able to easily manage that all in one single app. You don't have to keep posting a new app every year, things like that. We wanted to improve the UX and usability of the app and the navigation, especially for admins and attendees. And we wanted to give you a lot of flexibility with more customizable features and designs as well. So some of the specific features that we have from the admin experience, you'll be able to go in and add more customizations for each event and the different management of each event. You'll be able to have control over event agenda specific features. So session specific items, for example, a lunch isn't probably going to need a Q&A or surveys or polls, but a speaker session might. You might need a floor plan in some things, you may not. And we've also added a feature for grouping users together to allow a more streamlined agenda assignment. So you can take a session and assign it to a whole group of users at once instead of going through one by one. And our attendee experience has been drastically updated as well. We've added unique event profiles and digital business cards, meaning you can have a different profile for different events and be able to share that with a QR code through a digital business card. Expanded networking options. We've added session chat rooms, private chat rooms. We've expanded on creating meetings with exhibitors. So if attendees want to reach out to exhibitors, they can schedule meetings. We've created a new My Agenda system that's going to allow much better agenda personalization options. And then lastly, we've added QR code scanning for both session and check-in for the entire event as well. And you can see some of our designs there on the right. Now for the demo, I am going to walk through kind of both of these different perspectives, admin and attendee. We of course also have speakers and exhibitors that have slightly different access, but they're going to be pretty similar to attendee. So as an admin, we're going to go in, I'm going to create a new private event and add an additional event manager so you can see that kind of the access that they have. We'll review the new home screen of the event and the admin menu and some of the customization options that we have for the event. We'll then invite the attendees really quickly through just a new multi-select feature, and then we'll add a new agenda session to kind of look like what that process looks like. We'll then switch to a kind of different copy of the app and look at the mobile perspective for an attendee kind of at an event. We'll jump in and customize My Agenda. We'll look at some of the networking features, and we'll show how an attendee can edit their profile and then share their digital business card for the event. And with that, we will jump right into the demo. So let me pull up FLIPLET Studio here. So basically, I'm signed into this app kind of in desktop view as an admin, as someone who would be managing and setting up a new event. So we've got this admin menu here, which has a few features that are intended to be for the entire app. So you're going to invite users to the app and then give them access to a specific event. And you have some other options there as well. But let's go in and just add a brand new event right now. And I've got some items up here, so let me just copy and paste. So we're going to make a new AI conference. I have a description here. We can add an image, do that so it looks nice. And we'll set the start date to be this weekend. Now, again, you can kind of choose the different event types. Open, anyone can join. That means people who have access to the app itself can join, not anyone out in public. Private means no one's going to see it. You have to kind of add people and request access. They'll be able to see it and have to be approved to join in. So we'll just leave it private for now. We can also have attendees kind of RSVP and confirm they're going to join. Let a location, like the time zone as well. If it's a virtual event, we can set it to the user's time zone. So they see things like, for me, it would be in Pacific Standard Time, very different than London time. But we'll say that this is an in-person event and keep everything in that event time zone. And as I mentioned, we can add a new event manager. So I can add, we'll just say John Doe here. And that quickly I can kind of add them and they'll get access. Looks like I already have one there. I'll say it's a new person. And they kind of get added with permissions to edit some of the items in this event once they join the app. So that's kind of it to set up the first event. We'll click create, and this will navigate us to the home screen and populate those details for us. So you can see here that it's kind of added in the event name in the top left. As an admin, I have access to this manage event that we'll jump to in a second. We've got a list of items on the left. These can all be customized. We've got a list of items across the top. These are kind of more highlighted, meant to be more primary items. These can also be fully customized. All of our event information is here, so that image we added as a nice banner, date, location, and description. We've got one primary kind of news or information item here, so I have a default here of just some general venue information. And then we've got our agenda on the right. Now this is going to show the first day or the current day's agenda. It's going to update automatically to just kind of show what's on right now. Of course, we don't have anything, so we'll add that in a second. But let's jump to manage event and we'll look at kind of the overall options. So here I've got an admin menu and an event manager menu. Now, as an admin, I have access to both. I'm kind of a super user. That new event manager that I added, when they come in, they're just going to see these features for the event manager. So an admin, again, will be able to add users to the whole app that'll have access to this event, customize things about the specific event, add additional event managers. The event manager will be able to adjust the agenda, access for users, add in user groups, discussions, et cetera, et cetera. A lot of different features here. And we do have bulk import options if you want to use a CSV file to quickly add in information. Let's go ahead and look at some of the users here. So I've got a list of users in this app already, just for simplicity of this demo. Let's go ahead and just multi-select and add them to this event. So I can see a list of users. I can come in and multi-select. I'll just select these 3 people really quickly, hit edit, and I can kind of set them to this event. I only have one event and set them as attendees. And that quickly, I've added 3 people to this event. When I come in here and I can look at their profile, I can see that they have access to the AI conference as an attendee. You can also look at their profiles and any groups they may belong to as well here. So really quick and easy to be able to do that. And again, hopefully it's very simple to invite users to different events with different levels of access. Now let's take a look at the agenda. I'm going to go to the full agenda here really quick, and we will add our first session. So again, you have an option to bulk upload, but we will be able to add an agenda session here. And I may just need to sign out really quick. I don't have access. Sometimes it just needs to be reset. Fortunately, working with 2 apps. So we'll go back to the full agenda here. And there we go. So now I have access to add a new session. And with this session, again, I'll just copy and paste some information I already have. So we'll add a new session called AI in Education, add a description for it, and set the date. We'll have this be on Friday. Say it's at 10 a.m. here, 10 to 11. And it's that simple, really, to set up a basic event session. But we have additional options here. So under the access options, we can set this to be public, so everyone in this specific event can see the session and add it. It's not public, like anyone can see it. It's still within the app itself and the event itself. That way they can kind of add it themselves. Private means no one's going to see it. I actually have to come in here and add people. So I can go through and add both attendees, speakers as well, who are going to be speaking at the session. Um, and then I do have the ability to add additional features. So again, for a typical session, I may want to have polls, questions, surveys, maybe a link to a floor plan. I think that makes sense. We'll say it's going to be conference room C. If it's a virtual session, a URL, other materials. If we want to add files, we can add those in. If we do want to have a check-in option, we can use a QR code or just a button in the app, checkout, and even a private session chat room. So a lot of options to be able to customize this session. We'll kind of just set it up with the basics there and add that in. And now that's been added to the full agenda. So attendees will be able to come in and you can see this add button. They can then kind of add that to their own personalized agenda there. Okay, so let me jump over to the attendee side so we can kind of see that perspective, and we'll just quickly reset again and I'll log in. So I'll keep this in mobile view. Again, attendees probably going to have this set up like this, physically at an event. They'll be able to open this and see their event that they belong to. Now, if they only have one event, it'll actually skip over this screen and jump them right into the event. But I wanted to show this, that there may be a list of events that they can join. Just have this one. Now, this has been pre-populated with some additional agenda items and things, so it's not going to look exactly like the other one, but we wanted to keep it similar. So again, on a mobile experience, I get to see that banner image, that description, the venue info, kind of important info, and then what's on right now. So I can see all of these sessions for the first day. Let's go ahead and actually go to my agenda, and I'm going to see what I already have. So I already have 2 sessions. I may have been added by an admin, and I can go over to the full agenda and add more. And it's as simple as finding a session. I want to go to AI and climate change. Sounds good. It looks like I'm available at that time, and just add it in. You can see there's another session that's full. I wouldn't be able to join that, but once it's on my agenda, it gets added in there. So really useful, and we think it's kind of nice for attendees to be able to customize their agenda. We also have, again, networking features, so a list of people, kind of a full directory there. We've got this secondary menu here to be able to jump in and do a public discussion, private chat, and also share my business card. Can edit my profile. As I mentioned, this can be specific to each event. So I can copy a profile from another event if I have one, and it'll copy information in, but I can add in, my location, other information here if I want to. And you can fully customize what fields are available to attendees to see. And they can see what that looks like in the app, kind of on their public profile. Or again, they can just come in here, click on their business card. This is scannable. Anyone can come up and scan this that has access to the app, and they'll be able to see my profile. So with that, I will kind of end the demo. We'll go back to the presentation here. And again, we are very eager to get your feedback. So if you want early access, if you want to be involved in testing, if you want to give us some feedback, just type the word event in the Zoom Q&A feature right now, and we will reach out to you separately. If you do have any questions, again, you can also ask that in the Q&A feature, and we will try to address those. So thank you so much. That's been my time. Coming up next, we have a demo of our new workflow features to automate your apps without code. And then later we will have an InfoSec update. Thank you so much.